Hello, Westford. The school committee reviewed the superintendent's capital expenditure requests. We bring you information on the school department's transgender policy. And the recycling commission will get more time to enforce its carry-in, carry-out policy for trash at recreational facilities. I'm Ira Keltz, and it's time for WestfordCAT News. Hey Westford, did you know that WestfordCAT provides all your local news on our free daily publication at westfordcatnews.org? Take a moment right now to subscribe and we'll mail you the hottest gizmo in the country right now, a fidget spinner. And by the way, if your civic or charitable organization has an event coming up, send your announcement to news@westfordcat.org and we'll post it for you. And now, the news. Superintendent Everett Olson presented a preliminary capital expenditure request for fiscal 2019 through 2023 at the October 10th school committee meeting. Among other requests, he is seeking $680,000 to upgrade Westford Academy's athletic track and perimeter fence. The amount includes $350,000 from the Community Preservation Committee. Olson is also requesting $100,000 to replace the day school playground.
Obviously, the priorities for next fiscal year will be to make sure we are able to repair the track. I think you've seen that on the Saturday that we took our building tour. It's in deteriorating condition and becoming a concern in terms of safety of student athletes. We're going to request money for the design of the Abbott roof and construction of the Abbott roof. Also through the help and cooperation of the Massachusetts School Building Authority Accelerated Repair Program. We're still anticipating, I think, Kathy, was about 46% reimbursement, if I remember correctly, from the state. Very importantly, we have included a $100,000 request for the day school playground. I met with the day school playground committee last week. We had a very good meeting, very productive meeting. And I explained to them that I was going to bring this request forward because playgrounds are very developmentally important for children at the elementary level, and they're a very integral part of a child's education. And so I don't want to leave it to just fundraising, because in some instances we could perhaps raise $150,000 for a playground, and others maybe $30,000. And I want to make sure that all children have an equitable experience in terms of the type and quality of playgrounds they have. So we're going to be bringing that request forward. Chris Sardella and some members of the Playground Committee will be at the October 20th meeting explaining to the Capital Plan Committee the importance of playgrounds to child development.
In other school news, the school committee is in the middle of adopting a policy to accommodate transgender and gender nonconforming students at the town's public schools. On September 25th, members cast a preliminary vote to approve it and will take up the matter again on October 23rd. In the meantime, WestfordCAT caught up with Westford Academy gender student advisor and social studies teacher Lane Winokur, who provided an overview of the policy.
Massachusetts has passed a number of laws and policies on how schools should deal with transgender students, and this sort of puts those laws into practice for us here at Westford Academy and the middle schools and elementary schools as well. So it just sort of gives us guidelines on how to best follow those laws for the students, for teachers, for administrators.
Okay, and can you just define for us what transgender is?
Sure. So transgender is sort of broadly defined as basically the sex that someone is born at birth, does not conform to how they feel about themselves and their gender identity and expression. And so they transition into the gender that they feel most conforms to sort of their feelings. Yeah.
And I was surprised when we spoke earlier, and actually you've also participated in an article of mine on WestfordCAT.org westfordcatnews.org. Every year you say that there are some transitioning students at Westford Academy. I was surprised to hear that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Westford Academy has done a wonderful job of already sort of following these laws and guidelines, and we work with our students who are transitioning all the time, so it's not sort of groundbreaking for us, but it more makes the policy official. Yeah, we have many students who are in the process right now. So.
WestfordCAT will continue to follow this story and bring you the results of the school committee's next vote. Selectmen voted unanimously on October 10th to maintain a carry-in, carry-out policy regarding trash and recyclables at the town's athletic fields and open spaces after Recycling Commissioner Ellen Hardy, accompanied by Commissioner Charles Stark, urged selectmen to give them more time to teach and educate. Here's Pat Savage, Director of Parks, Recreation and Cemeteries, saying the policy hasn't worked, followed by Hardy asking for more time.
But it's just not working. And we went through that whole education of having the sports groups tell their opposing teams that we have this policy. It exists in some other towns. People just, that's where it lands, that's where it stays.
Our hope is that it won't be rolled back at all tonight, and that you will give us one more year going forward so that when we open up the fields in the spring of 2018, we have a system in place.
Selectmen asked the recycling commissioners to return in January with a plan for enforcing the policy. You can watch the entire selectmen's meeting at westfordcat.org. And now our feature of the week. A terrible accident that took place on October 6th sent an unidentified man to the hospital with injuries to his lower body after his Toyota sedan collided with an oncoming dump truck. The incident occurred in front of 254 Littleton Road. Photos show that a National Grid utility pole was severely damaged, causing about 150 businesses to lose electrical power that afternoon, according to spokesman Robert Kievra. Christopher O'Brien, the owner of Meet Again, located at nearby Land Drive, estimated that he lost about $3,000 in sales revenue, and David Coe, manager of the Bamboo Fine Cuisine restaurant, said his business also lost about $3,000 in sales. National Grid replaced the pole, and a crew of electricians later repaired underground wires, restoring power to all affected businesses. Due to patient privacy laws, the condition of the injured driver could not be determined. Rekha Sharma brings you the benefits of lychee berries for this week's health tip.
Hi everyone, I'm Rekha Sharma, your Ayurveda practitioner, back with the new health tip for WestfordCAT News. Ayurveda is a 5,000 years old traditional system of healing from India which focuses on improving natural immunity and overall health. Today I'm going to talk about lychees. Lychees have high nutritional value and they are very rich in vitamin C. They are also rich in copper and phosphorus. Lychees have polyphenols and antioxidant and antiviral properties. Applying lychee juice to your face can help to fade away blemishes and marks and leave your skin clear. One of the most important benefits of lychee is that it has anti-cancerous effects. If you frequently suffer from constipation, add some lychee in your diet. If you have any allergies, please contact your healthcare provider before consuming. You can take 6 to 8 lychees every day for health benefits. I'll be back with a new health tip. Bye for now.
We've been having beautiful fall weather here in New England. Here's Joe Seppi with this week's forecast.
Hi Westford! This is Joe Seppi with the weather forecast for this weekend until October 16th. We have lots of sunshine and seasonable fall days ahead. It should be a great week for leaf peeping here in Westford. Here's what's coming up. was your Westford weather. Have a great week, everyone.
We've seen this week's adoptable pet before. Putter, a 3-year-old smart and sociable mixed breed dog, is still available for adoption at the Lowell Humane Society. Here's Patty Stocker with more information.
There are always so many wonderful pets available for adoption at the Lowell Humane Society on Broadway Street in Lowell. I was at the shelter recently where volunteer Roger Logeman introduced me to a smart and sociable 3-year-old stray named Putter. He has a great trick to show you.
Putter is about 3 years old. He came to the shelter August the 9th. He was found as a stray, so he spent a little time with animal control before we got him. So really we don't know a great deal about him because he was a stray. Very people-oriented. He's a pretty friendly dog, pretty active. So we would place him in a home with older children, and another dog his size or bigger would be fine, but we would prefer not to have him with cats or small dogs or small children. That's a good boy. Putter, can you sit? Sit. Good boy. You're a good boy. Putter, sit. Yeah, that's a good boy. Can I have a paw? Will you give me a paw? I have a bucket of toys, and I'm going to throw a handful of treats in the bottom of this bucket, and we'll see if Putter can figure out how to get past all those toys to get to the treats. Yeah, they're in there, aren't they? Atta boy. Now you figured it out.
To learn more about Putter, or any of the other pets available now for adoption, or to find out how to donate, volunteer, foster a pet, or fill their wish list, go to lowellhumanesociety.org, or visit them at 951 Broadway Street in Lowell. Call 978-452-7781. For Westford CAT, I'm Patty Stocker.
Now our Marketing Outreach Director, Sarah Fletcher, brings you suggestions for things to do this week around town.
Thanks, Ira. The annual Harvest Fair, sponsored by the Friends of the Cameron Senior Center, will be held on Saturday, October 21st from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Cameron Senior Center, 20 Pleasant Street. This year's fair will offer handmade crafts and artisan designs from vendors, donors, and others. Shoppers will find a variety of quilted and knitted items, wood carvings, jewelry, antiques and vintage items, a home goods corner, plants, gift baskets, and baked goods. There will also be raffles and a silent auction, a snack bar with refreshments, and more. Trudy's Boutique, the Cameron's thrift store, will also be open. Buyers can purchase clothing, decorative furnishings, and household decor. All proceeds from the fair support the programs, activities, and outreach support services of the Cameron Senior Center. The building is handicap accessible, and admission and parking are free. For more information, call 978-692-5523. The annual Roudenbush Halloween Parade takes place at 1 p.m. on Sunday, October 29th, beginning at the Frost School Field at 73 Main Street. Marchers will follow Grand Poobah Patty Mason to the town common. There will be pumpkin decorating and goodie bags from Alcorn and Owens for the first 100 children. Ciders and donuts will be available. Workers Credit Union is sponsoring this event. There's a Saturday evening barn dance on October 28th at 7:30 p.m. at the Parish Center for the Arts. Bring the whole family for a fun-filled afternoon of dancing and music in a friendly, informal atmosphere. No experience is necessary. Music will be provided by Au Contraire, and there will be a variety of callers. If you need some instruction, come at 7 p.m. for the beginner's workshop and get into the dance for free. I'm Sarah Fletcher, the Marketing and Outreach Manager for Westford CAT. Back to you, Ira.
And that's it for now, Westford. We leave you with images of the Habitat for Humanity home currently under construction off Graniteville Road. We'll see you next week.